I see evidence that what the world may be heading for is called universal basic income. And that may be the meaning of a few different things. First of all, the rise of Zoran Mamdani in New York City on socialism, that he wants um, to redistribute the wealth and raise taxes on the most wealthy, super wealthy millionaires and billionaires to make New York City more affordable. So the popularity of Mamdani's socialism and going after the wealthiest New Yorkers. And then how are we going to wipe out homelessness? How are you going to wipe out the people at the bottom? So it makes sense that to have digital currency. It makes sense that everyone automatically gets a bank account, and and there'll be enough money in that bank account for everyone to have everything they need, um, and wipe out homelessness. And you'll just automatically be given this bank account automatically, universal basic income. And that explains the rise of Mamdani, New York, and that explains how they will wipe out homelessness by offering everyone will automatically have this bank account, and they will have more than enough money to live comfortably, to afford housing and food, and all of their needs will be provided. And so universal basic income, which I think is biblical, and we are transitioning to it to fulfill, toward this biblical mark of the beast ultimately, that you'll have to do something to get that. So if you want to keep um, those benefits from the government, and that's globally, that's the whole world, then you have to, we'll transition to um, this biblical mark of the beast. I mean, it makes sense that if this is true, this prophecy, then that would explain, Mamdani winning in New York and the popularity of socialism. And that would explain, how are they going to do this? How are they going to wipe out all the homeless people? How are you going to wipe them out? So there's no homeless. It makes sense that this is the utopian, global plan. This is the agenda that what we're seeing with Mamdani and all these things, and the technology is there to do it. Everything electronic, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, digital, get rid of paper money. I mean, I'm very open to this prophecy because it seems like it's the only thing that makes any sense to why this is happening, is universal basic income. And so that's why I think we're seeing what we're seeing in New York and other places.